really, she was just trying to find out where the property was, is all she was trying, she wasn't in charge of it, so.
This was the mortgage company calling? Did I catch that?
It's a company that actually bought it.
Oh,
They bought it, it's one of these, she said it was in with hundreds of other properties, and they just bought a whole block of properties that are out there. She said, we don't know what we have.
true.
And she was trying to get an idea. I said, well, first of all, both houses are condemned. They need to be torn down. So we're moving ahead with getting an order to have them torn down. I said, to be honest with you, you don't have nothing but a piece of land.
Well, that certainly simplifies matters. If there you have
But
The statute clearly says that any conveyance in violation, any conveyance which is a subdivision of land which does not receive planning commission approval is void.
Wow.
File anything. All right. Demonstrate that.
Void from the beginning.
do we need any action from the commission?
The clerk is not supposed to file those, but do. I think it's enforcement action by the code office as opposed to.
We know what to do.
I mean, ultimately, if litigation ensues, the commission is a party. But we ran into this issue on South Broadway in a little different form, where a lien holder had taken possession of a piece of property that was subject to condemnation. Didn't have this extra twist about the void nature of the transaction. Why don't you give me those? I haven't looked at the deeds, Paul. You may have sent them to me, but
What we'll do then is, we'll get you the deeds. I'll also get you the contact person.
okay.
We got all the information from them that says they now own it. So first of all, we'll find out if they own both pieces, and they do.
I'll just traipse over to the courthouse and see if I can find it.
All right, that's, I just wanted the commission to be aware of that, I would assume that the commission definitely, I mean, it's a code, like you said, it's a code enforcement matter, but I want you all to be aware that we're trying to pursue this and take care of it.
Thank you, Dale.
Paul?
While the meeting's been going on, I researched a couple of questions that were asked earlier, if I may comment on that. We have this brochure in digital form. We can print it out for anybody that wants. It's the community rating system for the National Flood Insurance Program. That's the rating system that can give you the discounts. And I'll make copies for everyone for the next meeting, but these are some examples of all the different items you can do to allow your citizens to get discounts on their flood insurance.
Okay, now these are items that the city has to do.
That's right. These are items that the city does, like issue elevation or maintain elevation certificates, have map information service to our people, outreach projects like I mentioned, and it goes on up to even such things as building levees and things like that, beyond, I'm sure, what we would be interested in. But there's a lot of items there, as Dale and I mentioned earlier, we're already doing, and some items that we could do pretty easily. So I'll make copies of that for the next meeting, and in the meantime, if anybody's interested, I can email them this brochure or print them a copy. And back on the trails, bike paths, I wanted to mention that the other item that will be on the agenda is safe routes to school. Our county health department got a $30-some thousand grant to work on safe routes to school. We've had training on that. Matter of fact, we presented a PowerPoint to the last council meeting, which I bet you would be interested in, showing different suggestions by the Safe Routes to School Institute engineer, I guess it was. So we'll be discussing that. And our health department is working on the possibility of getting, I think it's a $1.3 million grant for the entire county for Safe Routes to School. So there might be quite a bit we can do with this.
I almost hate to mention this because I don't remember the details, but the health department has been acknowledged by the UN for some for their programs.
World Health Organization,
Health
yeah.
Organization.
Thank you. And